Hello, this is AnlineOffline. Welcome back to another Casual's Quick Guide to Call of Duty Mobile. As requested, for today's video we'll be exploring how the Demo Expert perk affects explosives. Unlocked at level 17 along with the HS2126, Demo Expert is a tier 3 blue perk that increases explosive damage by 40%. It was originally 25, but increased to 30 and 40 in the second half of 2023. The ability to increase one's explosive damage is nothing new in Call of Duty. COD 4 Modern Warfare had Sonic Boom. World at War had Fireworks, but it's most commonly referred to as Danger Close, and it typically increases blast damage by 40%. So that tracks. I could not find a video on Demo Expert or grenade ranges, so I'm here to provide. For the sake of this video, we'll be omitting scorestreaks, the Rytec, Crossbow, Jak-12, and cluster grenades. The reason being that they're either too complicated to test accurately without a second account, or the blast damage isn't enough to kill on its own. Since Flak Jacket is now 40% less blast damage, it's safe to assume that these two perks cancel each other out. The following is all hand tested with a heartbeat sensor. First we have the weapons. I already did a video on the NA45, but to summarize, it has a blast radius of 3.5 meters and is lethal within 1.5. High explosive ammo increases this lethal radius to 1.8. Either way, Demo increases your lethal radius to 2.8. Fragment ammo has a blast radius of 3.9 with a marginal effect on lethality until you use Demo for a 3 meter radius. The M4's underbarrel launcher and the Thumper have the same damage values. They both have a blast radius of 3.7 meters and is lethal within 1.6 or slightly more dangerous than the NA45. However, it's only lethal within 2.3 with Demo. The FHJ has a blast radius of 1.7 meters and is just as lethal as the NA45 within 1.5. Demo makes it a near guaranteed kill if connected. The SMRS has a blast radius of 2.4 meters and is lethal within 1.8. But compared to the others, Demo Expert isn't as much of a leap on the SMRS as it's only 2 meters. The next category are grenades. The talk of the town these past few seasons has been the Martyrdom perk. It has a blast radius of 5.3 meters and is lethal within 1.7. With Demo, this is extended to 3.6. In comparison, the regular frag grenade has a blast radius of 5.2 but is much more lethal within 2.5. With Demo, it's 3.9 or just as big as the frag NA45's blast radius. The Semtex or sticky grenade has the same blast radius as the frag, but is even more lethal at 3.6 meters, and could be 4.7 with Demo. Contact grenades go off instantly but deal less damage, enough for a Flak Jacket user at full health to just barely walk it off. The blast radius is 3.6 and lethal within 1.3, or 2.3 with Demo. The C4 recently had its throwing range and damage nerfed, but not enough to affect its lethality. The blast radius is 4.8 meters and is still lethal within 3.3, 4.3 when using Demo. The Drip Mine may not have the largest blast radius at 5.1 meters, but it's the most lethal at 4.3. Demo Expert effectively makes it a guaranteed kill. The final category is operator skills. The munition box is deceptively dangerous. The blast radius is the same as the frag and Semtex. The lethal radius is in between at 3 meters and could be 4.2 with Demo. The War Machine also has a blast radius of 5.2 meters and is lethal within 3.2. Demo Expert effectively makes it a guaranteed kill. And lastly, the Sparrow doesn't have as much lethal range, but it's much more dangerous due to how spammable the arrows are. The blast radius is 4.3 meters. The damage was recently buffed, but this only resulted in increasing its lethal radius from 2.9 meters to 3.0. Like the War Machine, Demo Expert makes it a guaranteed kill. And that's all for today. When the drill charge gets released, I'll add it to a pinned comment. This has been a Casual's Quick Guide. Feel free to suggest what weapons you want to see covered next. My name is And I'm off.